Today on Football Analysed, about a year ago I made this video, a Saka analysis. I wasn't very good at making videos back then, and it did absolutely no justice to the player he is and the tips that I can give you guys. And since then, Bukayo Saka has become the Prince of North London. He has been one of Arsenal's main men this season, and is still playing at his very best as the Gunners chase their first league title since 2003. So today we are analysing Saka all over again. This is Player Analysis by Football Analysed. Before we jump into it, I have to ask that you subscribe. And why not? Because you will receive high quality football analysis posted every single Monday, Wednesday and Friday. That is a huge win-win. And without any further ado, let's jump into it. Bukayo Saka receives the ball and drops his shoulder, luring in the defender. Then pulls off two more fakes to get the defender completely off balance. And finally, once Saka is convinced that the defender is too off balance to catch him, he dashes away. Saka takes a heavy touch in the direction of the defender, luring him in. But that was only to get the defender to commit, and once he finally does commit, Saka destroys him with a cricketer. And then he's fouled by the defender's teammate. Again, we see Saka take a bit of a heavy touch, luring the defender in. But instead of simply snatching the ball back, Saka opts to do a step over and destroy the defender that way. And the defender isn't very pleased, as we can see. He absolutely drags Bukayo to the ground. All good dribblers are comfortable with taking slightly heavy touches and showing the defenders the ball to lure them in before snatching it away. It is one of the best way to win 1v1 scenarios. Saka sees the defender up ahead and does what all good wingers do. Charges them with pace and throw in some skills. See what the defender does. And this defender handles the situation very poorly. Saka throws one small skill move in and he dives in, leaving Bukayo Saka with an easy way to get past him. All defenders should never dive in this easy. Wait for the attacker to make the move. Saka shields the ball and waits for the defender to come closer. And once the defender is right on Saka's back, he snaps away. This is a great way to beat defenders. If they are running towards you and you simply change speed and direction, it is very tough for them to adjust. Saka looks up and sees the defender running straight at him, but he also sees an absolute acre of space in front of him. So he takes his first touch away from the defender and then cuts him off with one more touch. This is another insane way for wingers to beat their defenders. Your first touch influences so much in football. Simply because he took a good first touch, Saka is able to deliver the ball to his teammate and advance the attack. Saka is pinned down by two defenders, but he sees his way out. And at just the right time, when both defenders are off balance and unable to adjust, Saka exploits the space. Saka is in an extremely awkward situation. The ball is bouncing out and the defender is right on his back. But somehow he is resourceful enough to dink the ball over both their heads and turn around and beat the defender to the ball, advancing the Arsenal attack. Saka times his run perfectly and keeps himself onside. And he receives the ball and realises that he has time to shoot, so he sets himself and locates his spot in the goal. And then he finishes absolutely perfectly, firing the ball into the far corner of the net, in off the post. The keeper has no chance. Every single professional winger under the sun knows how to fire the ball into the far corner perfectly. It is a crucial skill, and it is by far the best way to score when you don't have much of an angle. Saka expertly notices that both the defenders are focusing on his teammate's more threatening run, which gives him the perfect opportunity to slip off his man and slide in between the defenders, finding space to meet the ball. And he meets the ball absolutely perfectly. He uses the momentum that the pass already has on it to guide it into the back of the net. You cannot teach what Bukayo Saka just did. He just used his teammate's run as a decoy to slip off his man and pounced perfectly on an opportunity many Premier League players wouldn't even see. Saka does a couple of shimmies to get the defender off balance and dashes away. But what he does here is brilliant. He waits for the defender to dive in and then sees where he can cut him off. and then does just that perfectly. Again, we see Saka charging at a defender, and the defender messes up again, just like the last one. Why are you diving at the feet of a world-class dribbler like Saka? Well, the answer to that question is because Saka baited him by showing him the ball. And of course, Saka disposes of him, dinking the ball over and dashing away. This time the defender makes it even easier for Saka to destroy him. He dives in almost unprovoked, but it isn't unprovoked. Saka has made a tiny, subtle, almost undetectable feint, and it gets the defender to commit. And then, of course, Saka disposes of him. Saka gets back up off the ground and eases past the defender, and then offloads the ball to his teammate. Again, we see Saka use his incredible pace to beat the defender and then finally to cut him off, leaving himself in space. And then he plays the ball into a dangerous area, but unfortunately the keeper reacts well. What Saka just did was absolutely incredible. He noticed that the defender was running insanely fast to catch up to him, so he slowed down and then he burst away. The defender could not react in time. Nobody can. That is an amazing thing you have in your corner as a winger. You get to dictate what the defender does. Saka brilliantly cuts in past one defender, then cuts out past another and steams towards the goal. But is unfortunately unable to find the finish. To summarise, Bukayo Saka is Arsenal's star boy, and for great reason. His dribbling expertise is quite literally overpowered, but what makes him most special is his love and talent for cutting inside. There are not many, if any, wingers who are better than him at it. He tops all of this off with a perfect finish. But how can you play like Bukayo Saka? Firstly, I'm actually going to give a tip for my defenders watching. If faced by a winger or attacking player in a 1v1, don't just dive in, please. Make the attacker make the move, and then react to that move and mitigate the threat. Now, the first drill that I would suggest for Saka-like dribbling is simulating exactly what he does by playing 1v1s with a teammate or friend. To get the closest result, we need to do the closest thing, right? And for Saka's shooting, especially if you're a winger, start taking shots from tight angles. The best way to score from these positions is low and powerful into the far corner of the net. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Which player next? Let me know down in the comments. For high quality football analysis posted every single Monday, Wednesday and Friday, subscribe to Football Analysed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.